Yo.
What up?
What's up, everyone? Welcome to the 38th.
38th issue. Issue 38.
Oh,
We're
that's probably a
entering
better way.
we're in our late 30s here
That's
at
probably a
Why
better
Am I
way to
Nerd?
say it. Issue 38, not the 38 issue. I'm going to change that. Of Why
Yeah,
Am I
that was a
Nerd
little
presents
weird.
Yoda Comics, where each and every week we get together to talk all things comics. From old to new, fan theories to what is, we've got you covered. I'm Cameron James, and back from his 1 week hiatus is the Golden Boys podcast, Matt Ferreira.
What's up, internet? How's it going?
You're back.
I'm back.
Had a good show last week, though, with Kyle. Can't complain.
Kyle's awesome. Kyle's good people. So if there was someone I was going to have fill in my stead, it would be him.
Yeah, he definitely, it's cool. It's like, because we're just dorks that read comic books. He writes comic books.
Yeah, he knows this shit. We should try writing a comic book. That should be a challenge we undertake one of these days.
Oh, I already told you my comic book idea was Ralph and Esco, or two dudes just smoke weed and get superpowers, but fuck if I know. And then they have a pet ferret that talks.
Wait, what?
Yeah, the guy has a ferret, and when they smoke this weed in their apartment, the ferret gets secondhand smoke and gets high and gains powers, but his only power is he can talk.
That's hilarious.
So it's like they go and figure this whole shit out that they have powers and then they run in, like they come back from working. They work at a McBurger, which is totally a knockoff of McDonald's and Burger King.
Wait, what? I was gonna say it's not Wendy's.
No, and then they run back to the fucking apartment and they go in the door like, what the fuck? And then the ferret's like, about time you two show up. I'm starving. And there's like, what? And then they just fucking. Yeah.
It's hilarious.
And who knew that I could write a stoner book, and I don't really smoke that much weed.
I mean, there you go.
I mean, I do.
I was say, speaking of ferrets, my sister used to have a ferret, and she also got me this shirt. So shout to my sister about it. No, it's Miles Morales. But I was gonna say shout to her. The ferret reminded me because she had a ferret. I'll say shout to her. Also, we have prizes that at some point we need to give away.
Oh yeah, they're right here.
She was kind enough to donate.
They're right there by my feet.
So yeah, stay tuned, nerds. It sounds like an insult, but it's a compliment. At some point, we're going to be giving some things away. We just got to figure out exactly what the contest is going to be.
We also have to eat this fucking spicy ramen.
This is Cheryl. We also have to eat this fucking spicy ramen. So yeah.
Bro, I took this freaking Slim Vance shit today to, I don't know, try to get more shred, even though I'm not shredded at all. And
I gotta start going to the gym with you, bro. I fucked my ankle up, though.
Dude, you're supposed to take 4 of these pills, and I took 2 and drank a cup of coffee. And
pooped your pants?
No, I was so amped up that I couldn't sit still. I was going insane at me mom's day. And then Sean was falling asleep at the counter, and then I crashed real hard. And then Sean's like, "What's up?" And I was like, "Bro, I think I'm dying." And then I just took the other 2 pills, 2 hours ago, and it's supposed to give you mad energy, and all it's doing.
Yeah, mad energy to grind through at the gym. I've never been one of those guys, so I'm always just fucking good. Even if I'm tired, I'd rather just be at the gym.
What? No, you're supposed to take 2 in the morning and then 2 at night. Yeah, but isn't it supposed to give you energy to power through your workout? Isn't that the idea behind it? The morning one is before the workout, and then I guess the second one is maybe the second dose maybe just helps I don't know, speed up your metabolism to any bullshit that you ate. I don't know.
True.
Fuck if I know about working. I just go and Google Ryan Reynolds Deadpool workout and just do that.
I was going to go with I couldn't decide if I was going to go with the Chris Hemsworth Thor workout. I ended up deciding on that one. I forget who the other person I was looking at was. But that's we tried the Rock one. Might as well be the God of Thunder. The Rock, I don't need to be that big.
Ryan Reynolds' workout's way harder than the Rock's workout.
Well, yeah, because Ryan Reynolds is shredded. The Rock is huge, though. The Rock's putting on mass.
Yeah. I mean,
no.
Yeah, I'm surprised he's actually. I don't think he's in the new Fast and the Furious movie. They put fucking doofus ass John Cena in it. That guy's a bum. That guy's such a bum. Tell me how you really feel. I remember he used to talk shit about my boy Dwayne because I don't know. I guess John Cena was all bummed out that The Rock gave up the WWF or what's it called now? WWE for Hollywood, and now fucking bonehead John Cena is fucking movie star. I hate people that talk. I don't like if you're gonna talk shit about someone, don't fucking do what you talk.
Don't turn back. If you're gonna talk about it, be about it.
And that's like I know the guy that's in Guardians of the Galaxy, Dave Bautista. He was like a WWF dude too.
Yeah. He never really looked it though. I've seen a few things that like he never looked like a true like WWF guy to me. He was just like there.
He's just like a big dude.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I feel like that like when you like those WWF guys never really make good movies, except The Rock, obviously. Now he does. But other than that, I mean, I think like Stone Cold Steve Austin did he did that movie The Condemned. I don't know if you remember that. When it was like, I think it was called The Condemned. It was like they fight on an island. It was like not the Hunger Games. He has like the Hunger Games before the Hunger Games, where they have to just like kill to survive. I don't know. I thought it was pretty good, but apparently the rest of the world thought it sucked. So, but anyway, obviously this is Monday after the Super Bowl. So if you guys want to know about some Super Bowl news, you can listen to the 4th and 1's prediction episode, which actually dropped 2 hours before the Super Bowl because
just in time.
Yeah. So if you want to know what their predictions were and what actually happened, you can listen to that because I'm sure
damn near real time.
Yeah. But then you guys will obviously have your review show, which you can check out if you're looking for sports news at some point during the week. At some point it drops.
There's weekly updates. It's a question of when, but they happen weekly.
Yeah. And also don't forget on Mondays, which is today, as of recording, you can also listen to Alpha Beta Goal, where Jason, Justin, Matt, and myself talk about video games. And this week we did a Nintendo 64 and PlayStation bracket to see which game deserves a remake. And all I got to say is that this guy right here, the two games that I've wanted from the 16-bit era and the 64-bit era, mine won.
Was one of them Pokemon Stadium?
No. So the way the bracket works is if the game got a remake or is getting a remake, it's not allowed in the bracket.
Pokemon Stadium's not getting a remake.
Yes, it is.
Pokemon Stadium's getting a remake?
Or just
don't fuck with me on this.
Yeah, it's for Switch. But it's all the new Pokemon. But while new
Pokemon suck.
Yeah, but while you look that up to confirm that and bone about it. Once again, this is Why Am I Nerd and Jodo Comics. You can follow us on Instagram, Why Am I Nerd Official, Facebook.com/Why Am I Nerd, and listen to new issues every Tuesday on YouTube and your favorite podcast service. I don't know why I said that. I actually meant to say Instagram because Instagram is doing fantastic. We just hit our over 1,500 followers, which I know it might not seem a lot to you guys, but we're super excited about it. YouTube.
We should give the prize away for the 2,000th.
Yeah, we could do
I feel like we said that for 1,500th in the past, but
I definitely do it. I mean, YouTube. I hate YouTube. YouTube sucks. Unless we're just not good at tagging shit. I don't know. You guys have me doing all this stuff, and I don't know a goddamn thing about tagging.
I do not see a Pokemon Stadium re-release anywhere.
What? There's no way.
I don't see it, bro.
There is. I'm telling you.
You can download Pokemon Stadium on Switch, but it's still Pokemon Stadium.
No.
What the hell is Pokken Tournament? Is that the same shit?
Pokemon Stadium deserves it. Oh. I could have made it list then.
There's Pokken Tournament, which might be the same thing.
Dude, the only Pokemon game that was good was the red.
This is it. It's Pokken Tournament's what you were talking about. I would buy this. So you're an actual Pokemon fighting another Pokemon, which is like the point. You know, all the other games like, do you want to play Pokemon Snap? Do you want to take a picture of a Pokemon? I'm like, no. Why the fuck would I want to take a picture of a goddamn fictional creature? I want this motherfucker to use Thunderbolt on that motherfucker. This is what I came to play for. Yes, they're cute animals, but they got attacks.
Do the Pokemon actually die?
They faint.
They
don't die. They faint.
Yeah, what do you think they're doing to those little Pokeballs?
They just chill. They're just balls. Like Pikachu hates it. That's why he's never in his.
Pikachu's a bitch.
Whoa, bro. That's a conversation for anime.
Oh, you mean the show Masters? That came out once?
Yeah, the show that needs a new title. It needs a new title. We got to come up with something. I can't. It's Shonen Showdown was such a perfect name, and then it was taken. And now it's like, fuck, I don't know what we're going to call it.
You guys have one episode of that show.
Yeah, but it was fire.
I mean, yeah, but think of all the people that may have listened to that or may not have listened to that. And
that's true. They're just out of it we got to come back. We got to bring it back.
I know. So should I pull the stat on that show real fast? Let's see.
Oh boy, I'm scared.
Let's
what's the over under? 10 viewers? Is that the over under?
Maybe the show should be canceled. Had one listen.
No way.
Yeah.
Oof. Yeah, we gotta do some work there.
I mean, okay. Yeah. Well, it might, it's only one episode. Like I said, it's not really fair.
It didn't even have a chance to take hold.
Yeah. And this might actually be the 38th issue. I'm actually really confused at what
you said 38th in the beginning.
This is the 38th.
Yeah.
I don't know. The stupid feed thing here said it was only the 36th. I don't know. Whatever. All right. Moving on. Matt, tell us, what is hot off the press courtesy this week of the Planet Bugle?
All right, we got a few new things up this week, so I hope you guys are tuned in and ready to listen. First up, we've got major spoilers. What the fuck? And this comes to us about Zack Snyder's Justice League movie. So the first one.
Hold on. Before warning for everybody here.
Oh yeah,
we're going to spoil the shit out of this movie. So if you want to know absolutely nothing about the shitty Zack Snyder movie that's coming out, skip ahead, like, I don't know, 10 minutes or something, whatever you want to do. But we will spoil the rumors. Whatever. We're spoiling this thing right now. So
we're about to spoil everything about Zack Snyder's Justice League update. But honestly, fuck this movie.
Yeah.
Before we even get into it, is where I'm at.
It doesn't look too good. And
yeah. I think you hit the nail on the head there. All right. So first off, coming to us from WeGotThisCovered.com, Amber Heard will reportedly take over for Jason Momoa in Zack Snyder's Justice League. Now, Amber Heard's been in the news a lot recently because apparently she's been physically abusing / slicing limbs off of Johnny Depp. So as we near the release of Zack Snyder's Justice League, more info is leaking out about what we can expect to happen. You know what? Fuck it. I'm just going to skip forward. Allegedly in the movie, they kill off 2 members of the Justice League, 2 fan favorites at that point, the only 2 with successful movies in this entire fucking franchise. They're planning on killing off Wonder Woman and Aquaman by the end of the film. And then Amber Heard would come back to somehow replace Jason Momoa and Aquaman 2, which I don't see how that's going to work.
Yeah, I was really surprised when Sean actually was like, hey, do you know what the rumors are? And I was like, no. And he sent me the link. And I was like, all right, they're going to kill off Batman and Superman. It would
Which would also be stupid. It's stupid to kill off the only person in the Justice League you can kill off and get away with it, in all honesty, is Cyborg. That's the only one.
He's obviously dead because he's not fucking coming back.
Well, but what I'm saying, yeah, true. But what I'm saying though is, like, Aquaman now has a built-in following because he has a successful movie. Wonder Woman, despite a misstep with this last film, is still wildly popular. Batman and Superman are printing money for this studio. It'd be idiotic to kill one of them again. The Flash has a movie coming up, and people like the Flash. He's a generally likable character. So, like, who does that leave? There's 6 of them total. So Cyborg. Cyborg's the only one left that you can kill. Green Lantern can come in, but he's just going to be introduced. It does nothing for you to introduce him and kill him. And if you are going to do that, leave it the same way you did in the first movie.
Yeah, well, apparently, according to we got this covered again. It says that a new leak may tease that a sequel is indeed happening, as the director's cut could end on a hugely dark cliffhanger.
Honestly, sorry, go ahead.
No, according to Giant Freaking Robot, Justice League will kill off not 1 but 2 of the team members: Gal Gadot's Wonder Woman and Jason Momoa's Aquaman. The rest of the league will then apparently embark on a plan to send Barry Allen into the past in order to avert their fates. This story is being planned out for the second movie.
The sad thing is that actually makes a little bit of sense. It's just a terrible fucking idea. Like, I understand what they're trying to do. It's just dumb.
No, like, it doesn't make sense.
It does make sense. They're trying to bring in Flashpoint. They're trying to find a way to logically tie it in for a reason that Barry Allen would go to the past. What this is, though, is fucking stupid.
Yeah, they don't doesn't make sense. They're already making a Flashpoint movie.
No. It makes this is why it's all gonna tie in together.
No,
they're finding a way to.
No. This is supposed to be the sequel.
No, if they die in the first movie, they'd send him back, and then the sequel would take place, I guess, while he's in the past. Is what I'm thinking.
No. So okay, so this is supposed. Apparently, they're saying they're going to send him back in the sequel of the Justice League movie. Zack Snyder is apparently greenlit to get a second movie. Okay,
who's in charge?
But do you get on this? This is what I don't understand. So they're already making a Flashpoint movie, obviously, right?
Yeah.
Which is
so separate. I thought this was saying, yeah, clearly I had this mixed up because I thought they were less stupid than they actually are, but I was wrong.
Yeah, I mean, I think that if, first of all, leaking this is dumb. I mean, this just goes back.
I don't know. Yeah, was that supposed to get people hyped up for something? Like, fucking kidding me?
I mean, killing off Superman would. I mean, I guess it really wouldn't make much sense, even though apparently Henry Cavill's not coming back anytime soon. I don't know. He's not coming back to Shazam, which there's rumors for. But, I mean, I guess it's kind of controversial making Amber Heard the lead in Aquaman after, like you said, all the shit that's going on. So I don't really understand the mindset behind her taking over the Aquaman. What do you want to call it? Panel?
The Aquaman mantle, I guess.
Mantle. When his movie, he had one movie. It's not like he has a shit ton of movies.
Yeah, but the one movie he had was pretty successful. Like, it wasn't a bad movie. Like, I enjoy watching Aquaman.
Right.
I haven't watched it since I saw it the first time, but like, if it was on, I'd be like, all right, I could fuck with this. Like,
right. But I guess the argument I'm having is nobody cares enough.
Yeah,
that his death would be really that surprising, because it's not like he had 2 or 3 movies and then they were like,
it also doesn't make sense. Like, why would you do when you've got a character that's building momentum, you're going to kill him off? Like, why would this isn't Game of Thrones? You know what I mean? Where everything has a plan and a purpose. And even Game of Thrones, I can't even say has a plan, but each character has their own arc that's fully developed. The characters have been fully realized. So if they get killed off, you feel it for a reason. This is just doing something for the sake of doing it, and it reeks of desperation.
Yeah, I also don't understand. So they reshot the whole ending of this movie, I'm guessing. Unless they shot the ending like when he was first working on it and then changed it. Because that would make sense when, well, I guess it would, because Wonder Woman's technically before all this,
which is another fucking dumb thing they keep doing, because Wonder Woman's like, I wasn't active in heroics for over a century, whatever that. I don't know why she was British in that accent I just did, but she was talking about how she wasn't active in anything. But clearly in 1984, you were very fucking active doing shit. So like, what do you mean? Like, why are you just lying to Batman's face in Batman, Superman, Dawn of Justice? Like,
yeah, I mean, I guess there is. What do you think this movie's going to score on Rotten Tomato?
6.
You think so? Really? You think it's going to be that low?
No, I think it'll be in the 30s or 40s.
Is that your assumption on like critics reviewing or audience? Because I bet you audience is going to
critics. Audience reviews don't mean shit to me.
No, I know.
Audience reviews don't mean anything. That's critic reviews. I'd say 30s to 40s.
Yeah, I mean, we're gonna watch it and fucking talk about it. I just don't understand.
Yeah, we're doing that with Kyle, the silver voice, right?
The silver voice, is that what name it? Goku Kyle you're talking about?
Goku Kyle, yeah. He called himself the silver voice his first appearance, but he said when that comes out he wants to watch it, and that was like December, and we're like, yeah, sure, that's months away, and we're like, oh shit, now it's kind of close.
Yeah, I mean, it's also it's 4 hours of my life that I'm gonna have to fucking watch.
Oh, we're gonna get high.
Yeah, sure. And staying on top of that movie, the other thing that blew my mind was that photo of Jared Leto's Joker.
Yeah, what exactly was that because that looked fan made. I'm not gonna lie. At least what I saw, unless I saw the wrong photo.
Apparently, it's not.
The one where he's sitting on the table and he's kind of got the card up and you can't really see his face or make out what's happening in the picture.
Yes, apparently it's not. Apparently they redesigned him, and apparently,
if you're gonna do it, fucking commit. That's all I'm asking for. Because how the hell are you gonna have him? Oh, look, Jared Leto's in the movie, and I don't know that's fucking Jared Leto from looking at the picture.
Well, apparently that Joker's in the nightmare scene.
Also, you know what? I'm gonna come out and say it. I'm sorry. As Batman was a badass in that scene, I hated the fact that he had a gun. I actually yelled in the theater when that happened. I was pissed off. There's I think been maybe 2 movies where I've actually been like angry enough to yell out loud in the theater, and one was that scene. The other was, I believe, Amazing Spider-Man, because fuck that movie and fuck Andrew Garfield while I'm at it. But
wait, the nightmare scene was one when he has the machine gun, he's in like Saudi Arabia.
He doesn't even have a machine gun. He's just, everything's a desert. There's clearly a city. So I think just Metropolis or Gotham has been trashed.
That was Justice
and like
League?
That was Dawn of Justice. Yeah, that was Dawn of Justice, because Flash shows up out of nowhere. He's like, she's the key. You have to save her to stop him, or like something stupid. It's fucking dumb. Like, they clearly had no fucking plan, because that doesn't fit in anywhere. They've done nothing. There's been no seeds towards that. There's no breadcrumbs leading me to believe there's a payoff for that scene. So like, the nightmare scene is constantly overhyped, but entirely meaningless, because DC doesn't know what to do with that scene. Zack Snyder doesn't know what to do with that scene. It's a wasted scene that people keep thinking is going to bring some kind of promise that, in all honesty, is worthless and fucking meaningless. The same way the original cut of this movie was. Joss Whedon did a little something with it, and everyone's like, oh, but the Snyder cut's going to be amazing. No, the Snyder cut's going to come out and it's going to have a little bit more action, but it's still going to be a shitty movie. And that's brought to you by Sutter Home.
The nightmare scene wasn't even involving Scarecrow either, was it?
No, it was just Batman having a nightmare about Superman being invincible, and it didn't make sense. Even in the context of the movie, it didn't make sense.
Yeah, I mean, because anytime I think of nightmare stuff, I think of the Scarecrow, and I think of the Arkham Asylum game when you're fucking.
Well, that's what made Scarecrow one of my favorite Batman villains, was that game. But I will say, for a guy who fights a lot of people, I've said this before, for a guy who fights a ton of people that use gas as their main form of attack, Batman's a fucking asshole for not just getting a mouthpiece. Like, that constantly just like does gas stuff. And plus, we're living in COVID, bats. Because you're rich, you don't have to worry about fucking COVID. Put a mask on.
I don't remember what I was just fuck off. I don't remember what I was just watching or reading, and someone was like,
"Somebody just told me to fuck off at the end of that." Like, I said something personally offensive to you. I'm talking about a fictional character wearing a mask.
It was personal. I think it was in Batman the animated series where he's like fighting Victor Freeze or somebody, and the guy's like, "I know you have a mask for everything, and this time you won't." And of course, because it's like a mask for like, I don't know, surviving oxygen or some shit like that. And he ends up, Batman's like locked in a safe, and he finds like I forget what he finds, like a money bag, and makes like a laundry chute out of it and somehow blows the safe door out. It was like so out there. And I was like, fuck, Batman gets out of some shit that like probably is a little bit of a stretch. But my problem with the Joker look is I actually think if it's real, I'm cool with it. It looked, from a blurry photo, it looked cool. It looked more traditional. It looked more like, but it did kind of look a lot like Heath Ledger's Joker, which I thought was kind of strange.
Yeah, which is no, they're preying on nostalgia,
right? But the only thing about it that throws me off, and I've said this, I say this probably at least every third episode, is by removing the tattoos, Harley Quinn's look needs a revamp then, because it looks dumb and it's not going to make sense.
I mean, I can agree with that. It shouldn't need the tattoos. It honestly, I agree with you in the fact that it takes away from her character. It truly does. Because like, she shouldn't have them. It doesn't make a ton of sense. Like, it's not.
I feel like they just did it in the Suicide Squad movie to make her fit that like gangster persona that they made the Joker look like,
which they didn't need to do.
No, it was really bad. It was really, really bad. And
it's wholly unnecessary.
Yeah, and even reading the Harley Quinn, the new Harley Quinn from Future State, the Harley Quinn from the Black Label, like, she's like a sophisticated human being. She's not like an idiot. So,
she's multifaceted.
What do you mean?
Like, she's got a lot going on. She's not just one thing or another thing. She doesn't easily fit into one specific category.
Yeah, but the Harley Quinn for the Black Label, the White Knight line, where like Batman's and Bruce Wayne's in jail and the Joker's dead, and she's like a FBI agent kind of thing trying to solve a crime. It's actually really good, but she's like smart at it, and she has 2 kids. She actually has 2 kids in that book, and then she has 2 hyenas that just follow her around everywhere. I'm hoping. Look, if the best thing we get out of this movie is a revamp of Jared Leto's Joker, cool. If not, it's back to the drawing board regardless, because I don't understand. Again, I've said it all the time. I think that the Justice League, any Zack Snyder stuff and any of this DC, movie universe just needs to be scrapped and start from scratch. But
yeah,
speaking of movies, we all saw this one coming. So,
oh yeah, give me 1 second. So here we go. As soon as it loads, this comes to us from cosmicbook.news. Regé-Jean Page, rumored as Black Panther. This would be a poor fucking move. Wild rumor has it that on the net that the Bridgerton star, I can't say his name, something Page, will play the Black Panther or some version of the character. So, just based on this opening paragraph that I just read to you, that would make sense only if it's like a background thing that they need someone to fill roles just so they can safely sunset the character. Because I think it would be, considering they just considering they just have like a fucking statue, or it might even be a statue, it might be a mural of Chadwick Boseman at one of the Disney Worlds or Disneylands. This would be an incredibly poor taste to rush somebody else into the role. But if you have a talented actor playing him in the background and then he gets, killed off or retired somehow on screen, they're just trying to do the character justice and not just really go, nope, he died off screen. You guys
keep reading the
it.
article.
Oh, fuck. All right, hold on.
You jumped the gun.
Which foreign-born breakout star would appear to shows be an entirely new alter ego, not the one portrayed. What?
Yeah, so it said that Jean Page will not be playing Shahala, the character recently played by late Chadwick Boseman, but Regine Jean-Paul will play a new character in the sequel. So, is there another dude that plays the Black Panther in the comics? I don't know anything about the Black Panther.
I mean, it's possible other people could take up the mantle, but I don't like it.
I just don't know who this dude is.
I don't either. People keep talking about Bridgerton. Excuse me. I don't even know what the fuck it's about.
Apparently, it's one of Netflix's most popular shows.
Yeah, it's crazy popular, and I'm like, I keep hearing about it. I always think of what's that animated show that the one dude had? The comedian Daniel Tosh had an animated show, and that's what I always think of. What?
Tosh 2.0?
No, hold on. Let me look it up.
Well, apparently, Black Panther 2 is apparently currently stated to have a July 8th, 2022 release date.
Brickleberry is what I always think of.
I have no idea. I mean, I think that I don't know. I mean, look, I personally think that I get it that that obviously Chadwick Boseman passed away from a serious illness and an unfortunate event. But I don't think you can, and I get a lot of shit for saying this. I mean, I don't mean this in any sort of disrespectful way, but I don't think you could just never come out with a character because of that. That would be like if they never made a Joker again.
No, I think it's too soon. They waited a while before they brought Joker back, and it wasn't the same Joker. Well, you know what I mean? It would just be too soon.
So do you think they should, you think that they should just go with the Shuri Black Panther storyline?
Yeah. And I don't love the Shuri Black Panther storyline. I was never a big fan of it, but I think it makes the most sense. People do love Letitia Wright. Did I say her name correctly? That might not be her name. They do love her as Shuri. She's been wildly popular. So fuck it.
So how do you think they bring this dude in? If it's true. I think he just shows up.
I don't know. I can't think of an easy way to do it. I can't think of a smart way to do it. Like it doesn't make a ton of sense unless he's just wearing the costume and standing in the background. In which case you get a stunt double too, though. So I don't really see what the point is.
Yeah, but he's not playing T'Challa,
yeah. Sorry, I mean to sound like a dick. I was just saying it's just I corrected you and I like.
I don't care. I can never say his name.
But no, it's I just don't think it's something they need to fuck with. I really don't. It's unfuckwittable. It just shouldn't be fucked with.
Unfuckwittable.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, at the end of the day,
should probably be the name of this episode.
Unfuckwittable. I mean, at the end of the day,
UNFUCKWITABLE.
They are still bringing back what's his face, the dude that just played the fucking Alexa commercial.
Oh, fucking Michael B. Jordan. Yeah, I saw that. That was one of the better commercials in the Super Bowl, though, I will say.
That commercial was so weird.
That commercial was weird, but it was her husband was funny because she's like, "Oh, dim the lights."
Yeah,
he's like, "Oh, let me take my picture." He's like, "Alexa, lights on, lights on." Like that shit was funny.
The Paramount Plus commercial was pretty
terrible.
I thought it was funny.
What? The Paramount Plus commercials? Paramount basically came out and said, "Hey guys, we want to have a streaming service too. We don't have anything to offer, but if you want to watch Dora the Explorer and James Corden, we're the only place to go."
What I thought was funny, if you let me finish, was I thought the second part of it was when the cartoon character had like frostbite and the golfer just comes up and just like knocks his arm off.
I don't even think I remember seeing that part.
What? They take the comic book character's arm out of the snow. It's like a full block of ice, and they're like, "Oh, we have to amputate it." And the guy's like, "Please," the cartoon's like, "Please don't do it." And whoever the golfer was just comes up behind him and swings and knocks his arm off and like sends off into the distance. And he's like, "That was easy way to get it done." I thought it was funny because I'm a golfer, but I guess you didn't find it enjoyable. But no, I
don't even remember it, so I might not have been in the room.
Look, at the end of the day, I wasn't a big Black Panther fan. I didn't really like the movie, to be honest with you. I thought.
Hold on. You didn't hate the movie. You thought the movie was a little bit predictable. It wasn't a bad movie by any means.
I didn't say it was bad at all. I said I wasn't the biggest fan of it. I thought it was predictable. I thought it was more of a cultural standpoint than anything else. Just like I thought.
Agreed. For Wonder Woman.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've said that in the past, that they're both more culturally significant than they are amazing films, which I still 100% stand by.
So do you think Black Panther 2 could be a bigger cultural phenomenon?
No.
No,
I think there's cultural phenomenons are that because they're unprecedented. So even though there have been other Black superheroes in the past, I think Black Panther was in such a dominant position off the bat. He got introduced in another film. People loved him. Then people found out more about his history, as a character. And I don't think you can really replicate that. I don't think there's another character or way to introduce a character that will have that same impact that the first movie had. So I don't think we'll get that again. I think we should enjoy the fact that it happened and we're alive to witness it. Same for Wonder Woman. But I don't see that happening with too many other characters. I think, honestly, it's a little controversial, hot take here. I think Marvel's trying to capture lightning in a bottle with Shang-Chi and doing the same thing. It's like, okay, now we're going to have the first big Asian superhero, which isn't a bad thing. It's a good idea. But I think the main failing there is that Shang-Chi isn't a rich enough character to really draw inspiration from. So we're going to end up with almost like a misfire, kind of like we got with Luke Cage when that came to Netflix, where you saw what they were trying to do, but it seemed a little bit ham-fisted. And this is me saying it without seeing anything of Shang-Chi yet. I could be totally wrong. I personally think... That's what I'm saying. I feel like very few people do. And he's a martial arts master. It's like,
They could have just done it with Iron Fist.
They could have done it with Iron Fist. They could do it with Namor. I honestly think Namor would be a great Asian character. Now, granted, he's technically not traditionally Asian, which does make it a little bit different. But I think it still presents a unique opportunity that you could do something and build with this unique new character that has his own kingdom. Like if you're going to try and recapture some of that glory, I think that's the way to do it.
I mean, I just wish that they would. I think they should have just did Iron Fist instead.
Iron Fist sucked. So they could do literally anything. Yeah,
I mean, I don't know. Again, it is what it is. I mean, they got but they had fucking Mortal Kombat, and that was a kind of superhero like thing, right? No, you don't think Mortal Kombat?
Like kicks fly, like Liu Kang. No, I like Mortal Kombat.
Well, hopefully, it'll be cool to see what the new movie is all about. It's apparently
the new movie's probably gonna be pretty fucking dope. It's probably gonna be violent as shit.
So they say. I don't know. I mean, we'll see how graphic.
If they don't make it, like Mortal Kombat is one of those movies that if you don't fully commit, like why are you making the movie?
Yeah, but some of the fucking fatalities that they do in that video game are like bizarre.
Yeah, that's the same. You have somebody like you punch them in the air and then rip their spine out. It's like fatality.
Yeah, that's not happening. That's not happening in the movie.
It could. I mean, if you're going to but hear me out though, if you're going to make the movie, why wouldn't you strive for that?
Because apparently the reason why the movie is so graphic is only because of Scorpion's katanas.
Really? That's it?
That's what I read. I read that someone said that the reason the movie is so violent and graphic is because of Scorpion's katana swords or what the fuck he has. So maybe he's like cutting limbs off or something like that. I don't know. I mean, it'll be cool to see. I'm sure
they've got to have fatalities in them. Like they have to.
Well, I guess only time could tell. But moving on, should Marvel or DC invest in this new Keanu Reeves Berserker comic? Because
I think that's better off as a...
Apparently, as an indie comic, it has already sold 600,000 copies in pre-order. Which, a record only beaten by Star Wars #1 from Marvel. This comic interests me a lot. I do have.
Have you read any of it yet?
It's not out yet. I have it on our pull list. I think it's by who's making this? Boom's doing it. So Boom Studio doesn't do like, bad shit by any means. So I think this is a good look for them. Yeah. But I can see, Marvel or DC picking up this character. I don't see why.
I mean, it would make sense. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, but who would you rather have pick it up?
Probably an independent company entirely.
Over Marvel or DC? Well, it's already done.
Well, because here's the way I look at it. If Marvel does it, they need to tie it into the MCU.
Do they?
Which... Yeah, I would think they have to. Because what's the point otherwise? It's the only kind of movies they're making. If DC does it, it can be relatively independent, or it can be successful and he gets roped into the Justice League. I would rather see this project done individual justice. I mean, tell me I'm wrong. If it goes well, DC's going to try and be like, it needs to be in Justice League. Like, let's force it in here. Square peg, round hole. Fuck it. So, but what I'm saying is sorry. Oh, sorry. No, my B.
No, so the book comes out February 24th. Mm-hmm. And the story behind it is the man known as B is half mortal, half god, cursed and compelled to violence, even at the sacrifice of his own sanity. But after wandering the world for centuries, B may have finally found a refuge, working for the U.S. government to fight the battles too violent and too dangerous for anyone else. In exchange, B will be granted the one thing he desires, the truth about his endless blood-soaked existence and how to end it. So it sounds like more of like...
Almost sounds like Wolverine.
Do you think so?
Yeah.
I mean, I think it's a cool character design. I can't figure out if the comic's going to be in black and white or color.
I'm so sick of stuff in black and white.
I don't like black and white.
Can we talk about that too? I'm sorry. We're going to go back to Zack Snyder. Like, you really thought this Justice League movie, this movie starring some of the most famous superheroes in the world that people have been clamoring for, that people specifically requested you come back to direct your own cut of the movie that was already a hot piece of shit. People said, no, Zack Snyder will do us justice. We want him back. We need him to come back. And you thought, in your brain of brains, you really thought your creative fucking works that putting this movie in black and white was the answer. You fucking idiot. You got to be the dumbest motherfucker in the history of dumb motherfuckers to come back and make a Justice League movie with Superman who can fucking fly into space, Batman who's into all kinds of cool shit, all kinds of gadgets, Wonder Woman, she's sparkling or some other shit, and you thought black and white was the best way to display this film. You're an idiot. But sorry, go ahead.
That's how I feel about Tom Brady. But so
Zack Snyder doesn't have 7 rings.
Hold on.
Zack Snyder doesn't even have 7 movies.
The Walking Dead was originally in black and white.
The new one?
No, the original Walking Dead comic book is all in black and white.
Oh yeah. Sorry, I thought you were talking about the forthcoming movie. No, for comic books, it's one thing because it means you can get them out. Well, no, I'm saying for comic books, it's one thing because you can get them out faster. Most manga is in black and white because you can just bang it out every single week. There's a new episode. I get that new issue. I'm sorry. That makes sense. For a movie, that makes zero fucking sense. That's what I was talking about with Zack Snyder with this film. Like, it just used to black and white and it triggered something in my head. And I just got pissed off at Zack Snyder again because he's a dumb fuck.
Okay. Back to Berserker. Why? I mean, if you're Marvel, you're already picking up a bunch of shit. And if you're DC,
Marvel's just picking up their own shit, though. You know, it's not like Marvel's out buying random properties. If one of the two major companies was to do that, it would be DC. But I don't trust DC for shit. And Keanu Reeves seems like he kind of has his shit together. I doubt he trusts DC for shit. He should go to Lionsgate, if anything, because they make John Wick and just be like, hey, I have this other movie property. You know, I've been ridiculously successful for you guys for the last few years. How about invest in this and let me do it my way?
This could be a really cool movie like that. I didn't think about that. The only thing is,
it's got to be independent.
This guy's huge. This guy, dude, look at the guy in the fucking photo. He's fucking.
I mean, yeah, but you're gonna tell me Keanu Reeves can't work out?
I don't even get that big. That's like The Rock big.
He get pretty big. It's not The Rock big. It's pretty big though.
I mean, I do.
It's like The Rock in 2004, where he's like a big dude, but he's not like, you know, The Rock now, just roided up.
I mean, the one comic book group that I'm what's the word? Like, don't understand why no one picked up was the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Doesn't DC kind of have partial ownership? They've been in a couple DC games. It doesn't make sense to me either, because I mean, they're the world's most fearsome fighting teams. They're heroes in the half shell, and they're green.
That's not what I'm talking about.
Well, I'm just saying when the evil Shredder attacks, those turtle boys won't cut no slack.
But here, wow. But the thing is, like, with them is that it's not like it's a property that's new. It's not like it's a property you don't know can make money. I mean, yeah, the movies suck, but
you know what? The movies shouldn't have sucked either. Like, on paper, those movies are great. I was hyped for the second movie.
What?
Yeah.
Are you kidding
I told you about this because the second movie had think about the trailer. Bebop and Rocksteady. Like, that alone, I'm like, okay, I'm intrigued. You've got obviously the classic four turtles doing turtle shit. Krang was in the trailer. You've got a more classic version of Shredder readily available. And Megan Fox is still in it. And Casey Jones in it. Casey Jones was played by my dude from Arrow. So, like, on paper, yes, that movie makes perfect sense. What they needed to do was hire, like, us to do the script because they had no clue what the fuck they were writing.
I don't know, man. That movie sucked.
That's what I'm saying. On paper, though, it was a good idea. But if they hire us to do the writing, we fucking knocked it out of the park.
The problem was they also made the turtles fucking like 18 feet tall. They look like fucking skyscrapers.
They're fucking actual mutants. Yeah, they're supposed to be like 5 feet tall. Like, the Ninja Turtles are not that big.
Yeah. I mean, I was like...
with Wolverine. They fucked that up with Wolverine all the time, too. Like, stop making him taller than he is.
The problem with the Wolverine character, which I think they really shot themselves in the foot, is like, again, if you're not a comic book reader, you're going to assume that he's always that big, and he's not. Yeah. And I don't think you can ever recast him for a short guy.
Well, honestly, they need to, because Wolverine shouldn't even be a main character. Wolverine should be like what Hulk is in the Avengers movies, where he shows up, we're like, oh shit, like he just did something fucking awesome. That's my favorite part of this movie. But he shouldn't be in like these major build up, you know, super character building scenes. Like, Wolverine is what he is. Let him come in and be the best there is at what he does. And what he does isn't very nice. That's who Wolverine is. I'm going to come in. I'm going to slice you up. I'm not taking any ifs, ands, or buts about it, and then I'm out. I might smoke a cigar on the way out. That's Wolverine.
I wish they would do a little bit more with the Ronin storyline, too. I would like to see a couple comics with that.
Oh, I forgot to tell you, actually. So when I was in Orlando, I was walking through Epcot, and this dude had this badass, like fucking badass Avengers Ronin hoodie. Like, it straight up looked like it was like strapped up, like straight out of the film. And he apparently got it. I was going to buy it that day. Like, I was like, wherever you got that, I'm going to that Disney park and I'm buying that. He was like, oh, sorry, dude. I got it out in California. I was like, oh, fuck.
It's a Ronin hoodie?
Yeah, it looks sick. I'm going to see if I can find it. I'll send it to you.
Yeah, I mean, I think the Ronin storyline would be really cool. They don't really ever execute it. The fucking Mezco Ronin Wolverine figure is fucking sick looking. but it's like way overpriced on the market right now. They want $500 for it. Mine ain't spending that much money, but
I'm so pissed I didn't get that Thor statue. I wasted too much time.
Why didn't you get it?
Because I didn't think about just sending it back to the front of the park so I could send it home later. I was like, oh, I'll be back this way later today. And I missed it by like 15 minutes.
They closed?
Yeah. So I couldn't get in. I can have my friend's cousin works nearby, so I can have him go pick it up for me, but missed opportunity on my part.
Yeah, I saw you posted the DTOF shelf of like statues at when you were in Disney on the Why Am I Nerd page.
Dude, a lot of those things are really
But you didn't write a description. You just posted a picture.
All right, well, what did you want from me, dude? You're lucky I was like 3 sheets to the wind the whole time I was down there.
Well, something else that's 3 sheets to the wind is Spider-Man 3. William Dafoe has reportedly been spotted on the set following casting rumors. So, if there wasn't enough confusion with this fucking movie, I think this just about takes the cake.
They're going pretty all out. I don't think any of these characters are going to have major roles because that would obviously be too much, but they're definitely going to get featured.
Think about the budget for this movie now.
It's Marvel, bro. It's Marvel with one of their biggest, most prominent characters. Like they're throwing money at the whole thing. And keep in mind, this is also going to be after WandaVision. So like WandaVision is going to set up this whole multiverse of madness. Spider-Man's going to continue, and then Doctor Strange is going to close it out. So I mean, they've got a plan.
Wait, you think Doctor Strange is going to show up in WandaVision?
There's a good chance. So WandaVision, Spider-Man, and Doctor Strange are going to comprise their own mini trilogy. Basically, it's a multiverse trilogy. It's widely rumored that this is how they're going to introduce the Fantastic Four and the X-Men. So major spoilers if you haven't yet watched WandaVision. I'm going to give you 5 seconds to mute or whatever.
I need to rant about this for a second before you say it. Fuck anything related about this topic. I have not seen the show. I didn't really care about the spoilers, but the fact that there's such a big thing that happens and you're about to talk about it in the 5th episode of this, and the fact that people are fucking douchebags and dickheads enough to plop it all over Instagram.
Oh, I hate that too.
You should be fucking banned. You are a fucking asshole. You're a piece of shit. And look, maybe because it's spoiled for you does not mean you have the right to spoil it for everybody else. So anyone that posted the picture of what Matt's about to talk about, fuck yourself.
You know what? And I 100% back everything Cam just said. Like, you're an asshole. Like, I've spoiled things by accident before, and that's because that's an accident. I'm not going out of my way to post something immediately. There's times you just miss stuff, or you're busy, life gets in the way, and you're just like, oh, fuck, I missed this episode, whatever, I'll catch up to it later. But no, now you got people that are just completely fucked over as a result.
We spoil shit here, but we warn you at least.
We warn you. And here's a warning right now. I'm about to spoil major parts of WandaVision. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So they brought in Quicksilver from the X-Men movies into the mainstream MCU. Huge move.
Not the honestly, Quicksilver from
correct. Not the Quicksilver from Age of Ultron. The Quicksilver from all the X-Men movies. Evan Peters, he does a great job. He's honestly got the most memorable parts in Age of Apocalypse and was it First Class? No, not First Class. Days of Future Past. He's in First Class too, I think, briefly. He's in all whatever. He's not in First Class. He's in
what's the one
Days of Future Past and
Are you sure
Apocalypse.
He's on First Class?
Yeah, because First Class is the first one. He's not alive yet.
Oh, okay. Are you looking this up too? Because I am too.
No, I was just going to say it's bullshit if you spoiled that. But I think it's interesting they did that. They're clearly setting up to try and introduce, more characters into the MCU directly from the Fox series. Now, the other thing that's interesting, and I didn't catch this, my buddy Ben, shout to Ben at Ben at School on Instagram, picked up on this. He said that at one point in the series, they mentioned 4 astronauts being found in outer space directly following the blip. Now, do you know what's interesting about that? That's it. That just clicked in your head. Yeah.
No, I was just I was trying to figure out how to say that. Yeah, but they didn't talk about Doom.
They didn't talk about Doom. Doom doesn't have to be there. Doom's a separate entity. But so it makes sense for the Fantastic Four to get their origin somehow. Also, they made reference to an aerospace engineer, which I think is probably Reed Richards. So I think there's a good chance we see the Fantastic Four appearing here pretty soon. What the hell was that? Something's happening at my front door.
You need to go deal
what
with
else
that?
was I going to say? No, I think we're good. If the dog was reacting, I was going to react. I'm sorry to cut you off really quick. Go ahead. The one thing I will say, and this was in the comics, after Scarlet Witch erased all of the powers of mutants everywhere, she said no more mutants.
We're talking House of M.
House of M, correct. At the very end, they made a specific point of pointing out that energy can't be created or destroyed. It can only be repurposed. So all that energy was placed above the planet for a while until it got absorbed into one mutant. So similarly, when Thanos destroyed the stones, it let off a very unique energy signature. And they noticed that twice in the X-Men series. So, in the Avengers series. Wow, excuse the fuck out of me. So my thought is that energy that got released when Tony did his snap, at the end of Endgame, that energy's been sitting above the planet post-blip, just waiting to go into someone, to go into different people and be absorbed. So I think that's kind of what we see. And one other additional thing of note is we know that people can get powers from Infinity Stones because the two strongest Avengers outside of Thor are Scarlet Witch and Captain Marvel, who both got their powers from an Infinity Stone. So it stands to reason that people, human beings in particular, can absorb this particular energy from the stones and then use that to develop powers. So that could be how we see the birth of mutants and the X-Men.
I just hope they don't. Not that people don't know who the fucking Fantastic Four is if you don't watch the shitty old movies. I kind of hope that if they do decide to give them like a background origin story again for whatever reason, I don't think doing it on Disney Plus is.
I think it should be off screen. If they have we don't need to see their origin anymore. We already know it. Reed Richards is elastic. Sue can fade from sight. Johnny is a Human Torch, and the Thing just loves to fight. Just call the Four.
Yeah,
Fantastic Four. That is the opening to the original TV show, by the way.
If you're not like super into the Fantastic Four or whatnot, or even Marvel Comics, and they just show up in a movie, you might be like, "Who the fuck is this people?" Not that. Look, at the end of the day, if you follow the movies religiously, you probably have a fucking clue what it is. But yeah, I guess we'll see what happens in that aspect of things. Hopefully, we didn't spoil too much of it for WandaVision for you if you haven't seen it. Like I said, that's on you. But what was released today, which I found literally this morning, which I was super surprised by this, is that Keanu Reeves has been approached to join the Spider-Verse as Kraven the Hunter. And apparently they also want to give him his own movie based on Kraven the Hunter, which if you don't know who Kraven the Hunter is, just read Kraven's Last Hunt, and that's all you need to read. But I don't understand this one because there's definitely better options for, and again, not saying that Keanu Reeves can't do it, but he's not who I picture as Kraven the Hunter.
I can't picture him doing
You glitched out real hard there.
Did I? I can't picture Keanu Reeves doing a Russian accent at all. And I feel like that's pretty critical to this role.
Yeah, he doesn't look really Russian.
And not even look, I don't think he can do, and this is no disrespect to him as an actor, I don't think he can do a Russian accent, which he would need to really do this character. You can't be out there like, so I'm going to hunt the Spider-Man. Like it just doesn't work. You can't, Keanu with his traditional Keanu voice, it doesn't work for Kraven the Hunter. You know what I could fuck with him as? If I was going to cast him as someone in the Marvel Universe, and we'll have Goku Kyle back me up on this and see what he thinks whenever he next appears. I think he could play a solid version, a different take on the character, but a solid version of Ezekiel, who's like kind of like a mentor to Spider-Man. Around the same time that the Totem Hunter, Moreland, comes to try and claim his life.
Well, continuing the article here, which again comes from CBR, it says J.C. Shandor was tapped as the director for Kraven's project in August 2020 as Sony's top choice to bring the Spider-Man villain to the big screen. Created by Stan Lee and Steve Ditko, Kraven debuted in 1964 for The Amazing Spider-Man 15, but is best known for his 1987's Kraven's Last Hunt. I cannot believe that book's that old. A big game.
Wait, what year was it?
1987.
Holy shit. Year I was born.
I wasn't born. Crazy. A big game hunter, Kraven sets his sights on Spider-Man as next prize in order to prove that he's the world's greatest hunter. Kraven will be another addition to Sony Pictures' universe of Marvel characters. The SUMC is what is being referred to. This includes films like Venom, Let There Be Carnage, Morbius, which are both set to be released in 2021 and 2022, respectively.
Can we talk about? I'm sorry. I got to pause you really quick. We've said this before. I've got to say it again. Releasing Morbius is a terrible idea. It's a terrible idea. A movie about a guy getting powers from a bat-based disease at this point in time is a terrible fucking idea. And you deserve to lose all the money you've poured into this. Jared Leto, I'm sorry you keep getting sucked into these absolute dog shit roles. Sorry, Cam, continue.
No, it just says that the Kraven movie doesn't have a release date yet, which I don't understand why it would have a release date because it doesn't even sound like they're really doing too much.
Yeah, it's not a real thing. Like, why would ever release it?
But yeah, I mean, again, I just hope they make a good decision. If they want to bring him into the movies, just bring him into the movies. But what's going on over there, man? I need to know.
I don't know, dude. I don't know. Like my dogs, something's going on in my front. I think my neighbors are just going back and forth, and my dog's just interested in it. If it was something major, someone probably would have broken in and gotten their ass beat by now.
By who?
Me.
I mean, I'm not there to save the day.
Well, you'd have enough time to show up, but I'd already have them webbed up, hanging from a light pole, with a note that says "From your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man."
Whatever. Well, we hope Keanu Reeves. We hope you the best. We wish you the best of luck with your comic, which I'm super excited to read, as well as whatever happens with Kraven. Hopefully, you get the part. If not, I'm sure John Wick Chapter 4 has got something good for you. Which, if anyone has not seen John Wick, I don't know what you're doing, but John Wick Chapter 3 turns that series upside down, especially the last fucking 3 minutes when did you see John Wick at all?
I need to rewatch it actually. I might
Did you see Chapter 3?
I think I was wasted, dude. I really don't remember it. I gotta watch it again.
Bro. The ending of that, what happens is ridiculous. And again, the movie starts off. This may be a spoiler. Again, here's our warning. It may be a spoiler. It may not be a spoiler. A movie that's.
I'm sorry. I texted Kyle that same question I had earlier, and I said, if you're going to cast Keanu Reeves as a Spider-Man character, who would it be? His response, all caps, fuck that Kraven movie.
Really? Oh, I should have had him on tonight.
We should have had him come on. Oh, that's hilarious.
But anyway, as I was saying, for fuck John Wick, what happens at the end of John Wick Chapter 3? That series starts off as like the professional, like the movie, like the professional, like Leon Professional, like a hitman movie. And then by the end of Chapter 3, you're just like, this is not what I thought it was.
Yeah.
So, but moving on, before we get to our featured topic of the week, featured comic. Sorry, I'm fucking tired tonight. Matt,
good, bro.
tell us. I'm going to say this real slowly because I'm sure you don't have the link up yet.
I actually do. I've got them all open already.
Wow.
This week from Marvel Comics, the House of Ideas, we've got the Amazing Spider-Man number 59, Daredevil number 27, X-Force number 17, Fantastic Four number 29, Excalibur number 18, Star Wars Darth Vader number 10, Sword number 3, Eternals number 2, Wolverine Black, White, and Blood number 3, King in Black Thunderbolts number 2, Taskmaster number 3, King in Black Black Panther number 1, Morbius Bond of Blood number 1, Power Pack number 3. Morbius Bond of Blood is the dumbest fucking idea. I don't care. I'm going to click into it because I want to know what this book's about, but I'm going to tear it apart right now. Morbius, the living vampire, faces a ghost from his past. His first kill. Emil Nikos was Morbius's research partner until the bloodlust made Emil the first victim to Morbius's vampiric urges. Now, Emil's son is dying from a new rare blood disease, and only Morbius can save him. But at what cost? Fuck this book. Wait. I was about to say fuck everyone involved with this book, but the writer is Ralph Macchio. And I'm shocked by it. So it's not the same Ralph Macchio at all.
Oh.
It's not. I was shocked by that, though. Like, that just threw me off completely. But either way, fuck that book. That's a shameless money grab just because the movie's coming out. Shit like that pisses me off to no end. From DC, we've got Future State, Dark Detective, #3. Rorschach, #5. Guys, don't read that. Don't read that. We've got Future State, Justice League, #2. Green Lantern, Season 2, #11. Future State, Teen Titans, #2.
That's kind of good, actually.
The cover for Green Lantern?
Oh, it's just the cover. The rest looks shitty.
Yeah, the cover looks sweet. Future State, Robin Eternal, #2. Future State, Green Lantern, #2. Future State, Superman, Wonder Woman, #2. Future State, Kara Zor-El, Superwoman, #2.
For the record, the Future State is supposed to tie into the Infinite. The fuck's the next? What the Infinite Frontier, and apparently it's supposed to be like the regular DC and the Future State comics combined. If you got my honest opinion, everybody, the Future State stuff is not that good.
We've also got American Vampire 1976, #5. And this Valentine's Day, there's going to be a melee with DC Love is a Battlefield #1. We've also got DC Comics Sweet Tooth, The Return, #4.
What do you think about this whole Harley Quinn, Poison Ivy love story thing?
Do you want my 100% truly honest, I don't give a fuck that we're recording right now opinion, or my buttoned up, we're on a podcast opinion?
When do we ever give ourselves rules?
All right. I would only care if it was porn. Keep it 100% real. If it was porn, I'd probably watch it. As a comic book, I have zero interest.
All right.
From IDW Publishing, we've got Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles #114, Sonic the Hedgehog #37, G.I. Joe, A Real American Hero #278, Scarenthood #4, Transformers Escape #2, Star Trek Voyager, Seventh Reckoning #4. Leela, I'm trying to do a podcast. Please be polite. Judge Dredd, False Witness #4. G.I. Joe, Castlefall #1. Goosebumps, Secrets of the Swamp #5. G.I. Joe, A Real American Hero Yearbook #1. From Image Comics, as I say Image, I don't know why. From Image Comics, Undiscovered Country #12. Low #26. Radiant Black #1. Homesick Pilots #3. Kick-Ass vs. Hit Girl #4. Commanders in Crisis #5. And Bliss #5. I'm going to go on a limb here and say we should add Radiant Black #1 to our pull list. Something about this comic book cover makes me think it's going to be a big deal.
Okay. It looks like it looks like kind of like the Power Rangers.
It kind of does. I don't know. Something about it just gives me a feeling we should get a couple issues of that because it might be a big deal. Get like 2 issues. Get like 2, just in case. From Dark Horse Comics, Norse Mythology #5.
Oh, they're back on the list. Congratulations.
They made it back. Black Hammer Visions #1. The True Lives of the Fabulous Killjoys, National Anthem #5. Critical Role, Vox Machina, Origins #1. Dragon Age, Dark Fortress #1. From Boom Studios, we got Mighty Morphin #4. Origins #4. The Last Witch #2. And Orcs #1. And finally, from Dynamite, if you weren't sure, you can probably guess it. Fan service covers all day. Vampirella #17. Deja Thoris #10. Red Sonja, The Superpowers #2. And Red Sonja Valentine's Day Special 2021. Someone's clearly getting groped on the cover of that comic. Like, this is just, I don't understand how they're doing this.
The sad part about this is, like, there's some poor soul out there that buys.
I've been nothing but honest this whole episode. Me at 12, I'm buying the fuck out of that. I'm buying the fuck out of it. Like every dollar I can spend, I'm buying those Red Sonja comics. Me as an adult, I'm like, there's the entire internet. Why are you guys selling this? Like, why are you trying to put Leela? Oh my God, can you please chill out? I need 15 minutes out of you.
Yeah, these whoever, like I said, poor people buying this. We know what you're doing with these covers. Like, let's be honest. And I hope you never give them to anybody else to read because they're probably gonna be sticky as fuck. But
oh my God.
But moving on to our featured comic this week, it comes from none other than Robert Kirkman and Corey Walker, which is Volume 1, Family Matters of Invincible. Matt?
Robert Kirkman might be our second most read artist here? Or writer, I should say.
What else did we read of his?
Didn't we read something else? Am I crazy for thinking that? Or have we just spoken about him?
I mean, besides The Walking Dead, I don't really think we didn't read. No, I don't think we read anything else of his.
Oh, well, then whatever. I take it back. We just discussed him. So here we are at the featured comic of the day, Invincible by Robert Kirkman with artist Corey Walker. Mark Grayson is just like most everyone else his age. The only major difference being that his dad is the most powerful superhero on the planet. And Mark seems to be inheriting his father's powers. See Mark thwart supervillains, alien invasions, and all sorts of craziness as he gets the hang of this superheroing stuff. This is Invincible.
Yeah, so I again, I know you didn't really get a chance to read too much of it. This is my second read through of Volume 1. Actually third. I've read this first volume like 3 times by accident. And the artwork is really cool. It's old. It's like an old art style. You know, it's pretty much just looks like, you know, pencil. The comic is fun. It's not too wordy. You can pretty much figure out what the fuck's going on. The thing that seems to be going for it, which is really cool, is I know Amazon is obviously making the TV show. And from the clip that they showed is actually an exact clip from this book. And the cool
I haven't even looked at the clips. I'm doing a big thing right now where I'm trying to avoid clips and shit like that all in general. But sorry.
It's directly from the book. And the artwork for the show is very similar to the artwork in the book. If you were looking for a fun read doesn't take itself serious at all, definitely check this out. It comes across a little bit as like a teen kind of thing. Obviously the kid's in high school and he's crushing on some chick, and you know he finds out that he's like a dork, she's not, and you find out that she has powers, and there's this whole like kind of Teen Titans thing going on, and then there's like the big guys, which is Mark's dad, and you know it's pretty much a story of a kid. Like it says here, it's a kid, he's in high school, figures out he has powers, starts getting them. And there is a major twist that happens in this book, not in this book, but in this series, that if I'm reading this based on the compendiums, it probably happens the end of compendium 1. So it's probably volume 6 is what I'm going to guess. I could be wrong. I'm working on volume 2 right now. That happens that you don't really see coming, and I never got past compendium 1, so I actually don't know how this series ends. I know, Matt, it was spoiled for you, but we're not going to.
Yeah, I got completely ruined in a comic book shop for me, which we actually need to get the guy who had my back on that show from Zap Comics. If we can get him on, that'd be fucking awesome.
Yeah, reach out. Figure, we can go.
Yeah, I'm going. I'm actually gonna shoot a message in a minute. I'll do it right now.
Whatever. But yeah, we speaking of Zap, we just picked up the Moon Knight, the new stuff, starting with the bottom. That's by Charlie Huston, and it ends with, I forget who finishes that series, but it's a really good series. Check that out too. But back to Invincible again. We're gonna try to keep these comic book reviews. If it's an older book, we're gonna spoil it. If it's newer, we're gonna try to just let you know whether you think we should or shouldn't read it. This is not a new comic by any means, but being that the TV show is coming out soon and seems to be following this perfectly, I don't want to spoil it too much. Matt, I think you just attempted to talk, but your microphone is off. So
whoops. It's at least 10 years old. Leela.
Yeah, it's older. It's like I said, it's at least 10 years old. But again, we're trying to not spoil it because it looks like it's going to be page for page for the Amazon TV show. Unlike The Boys, go check this book out. But before we wrap it up here, because I'm getting tired and I had to fucking edit this still, Matt, tell us, what is our shenanigans engine this week?
Our shenanigans engine this week, I'm actually going to send you the picture so you can back it up. I'm going with the Mandarin's rings. Are you familiar at all with the Mandarin's rings, Cameron James?
I like the fruit.
Like peach rings?
No, isn't there like a mandarin fruit?
I mean, there's Mandarin oranges.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking of. Yeah, I like those.
But the Mandarin is the primary enemy of Iron Man, who was bastardized and abandoned in the third Iron Man film. But he has 10 rings, which may now be the focus of the Shang-Chi show. But they're literally bullshit. One is a Leela, I'm trying to conduct a podcast. I need 5 minutes out of you, please. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen, my dog was paying for attention. The Mandarin's rings. He's got a matter rearranger, an impact beam, a vortex beam, a disintegration beam, a black light, a white light, a flame blast, an electro blast, a mento intensifier, and an ice blast. And he uses these to somehow regularly thwart Iron Man. And we're supposed to just take it as a thing. He got them from like aliens, but he displays them as magic. It's kind of bullshit. It's a shenanigans engine.
There you have it, folks. Sorry for the brief interruption we've had this episode with the dog, but obviously
yes, I promise she is a sweetheart. This is her favorite toy that she's now passing me to throw. It's a Brontosaurus. It will be extinct probably within a week. Sorry, little fella. Go get it.
All right. Well, there you go. Once again, this is Why Am I Nerd? It's in Joed Up Comics. You can follow us on Instagram, Why Am I Nerd Official, Facebook.com/Why Am I Nerd, and listen to new issues every Tuesday on YouTube and your favorite podcast service. That, again, does it for us tonight. Hopefully you guys are enjoying WandaVision. Hopefully you all go and pick up Invincible. Again, you can pick the volumes up at any of your local comic shops. I know for a fact that Comic Crypt down the street from me has it. That's where we have our pull list. And again, shout out to Zap Comics as well for this week for hooking us up with not hooking us up, but we found it on the on Instagram for their Moon Knight set. Again, they are one of our favorite shops because their sets that they do are fucking fantastic. They're super affordable, and you get pretty much an entire compendium, an entire series for almost half the fucking price. You know, and it's a great thing. I know that the Comic Crypt does it as well. They do smaller ones, but if you're looking for something, you know, to hold you over for the time being, go check out those two shops. And we know that we will be doing a 47 and 10 this week still, I think is our plan.
It's coming up. We can do I'm off on Monday actually. But I have plans possibly Saturday, possibly Sunday. So whichever day I don't have plans, I'm open.
All right. Where are we visiting in Main Street Comics in Milton or something like that?
Yes, sir. That is what we decided on.
So until next time, we're the Nerds with the Mouths. I'm Cameron James. He's the golden voice. That was so we
I thought, well, you set it up. You set it up. You said we're the Nerds with the Mouths, and I said, and we're out. I was coming in with it.
We suck at it. We're always like bad.
We've actually done really good the last couple weeks. This is the first mix up, fuck up we've had in a while. I've had a lot of red wine.
Until next time.
We're the Nerds with the Mouths.
Oh my God, we still got it wrong.
What?
We still got it wrong.
All right, take it from the top.
We're the Nerds with the Mouse. Until next time.
We're out, bro.
So fucking bad. Oh, man.
Oh, that's fucking great.